Hello. Hello and welcome to tonight's late night Dino stream. It's going to be a fun one coming up here. Got some pretty different changes from last night, trap time. Certainly still on that, focusing on Trapjaw Tyrant. Tonight I have moved it into the sideboard, but it's going to be good. A lot of sweet stuff, a lot of graveyard hate coming up here. Oh my goodness. That's going to be a good time. Hopefully the increase the video size, so hopefully it doesn't cover cards too much, but it seemed to be alright in testing. Yes, as you can see, starting off in the one slot, we've got Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, it's not just for Izzet Phoenix, but that's certainly going to give us a little bit of a nicer edge against that deck. Of course, Commune with Dinosaurs, increasing the consistency. I opted to just cut Tamiyo Safekeeping in favor of making some space for something that's going to be really painful against a number of decks, definitely. And having something else that's a nice non-creature card that likely I'm playing fairly early. It's going to be good to have something that Deathgorge could eat, just in case there is no non-creatures in the graveyard. Then we can't really play Deathgorge. We could play Deathgorge with the Marauding Raptor out, but as always, if there isn't a non-creature and there is only creatures to exile, we're pretty much paying 1 in a green to gain 2 life. That's not very good. Pretty bad, actually. Almost the full suite of the 3 amigos, Marauding, Otepec Hunt Master, and 3 Drover of the Mighty. Might increase it to 4, but definitely we're doing a lot of stuff again in the early game here, keeping things consistent. As always, Drover of the Mighty. When it comes time, I guess you could say, adding in the 3rd color, he does really help increase that consistency. Yes, fun to see Huatli. That's why I called tonight Trap Time 3, Huatli. A little bit of a rhyme there. Yeah, should be good. Definitely, she's seemed to do the trick, and in a way, Huatli, Warrior Poet, is kind of similar to Trapjaw Tyrant, effectively making us not worry about creatures with Huatli's -X. Oh, I've always loved her, definitely. The foil paper version of Huatli here is, it's just fantastic. Her dinosaur there is all like glowing, feathery kind of. A foil Huatli. That's where it's at. But I really like the potential for this. Gaining a bunch of life, I mean, that's fantastic. But going back to the -X there, of course, we could ping Ripjaw Raptor to draw a card, and then also paralyze a bunch of creatures. So, I mean, if we have to -3, paralyze 3 creatures, chances are the opponent may even have just 3, but if we take 1 turn off, gain a bunch of life, Huatli's sitting at 5. Come next turn, we -5. Chances are that's going to paralyze all the creatures the opponent has, and we can just swing completely wide open. That's going to be pretty fantastic. But in a pinch, if we need to deal that damage and take out just some creature, we can sink all that stuff. Could be a 2-for-1, a 3-for-1 potentially, depending how many loyalty counters she has, because as you can see there, Huatli, Warrior Poet, deals X damage, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. That's fantastic, being able to take out multiple things at different levels, and creatures dealt damage this way can't block. So I'm looking forward to this versatility of Huatli. Yeah, making her work in a Gishath deck, I think definitely that would be pretty rough. You certainly want as many dinosaurs as you can, but Huatli, she is nice. No Galta, unfortunately. It's a sad night. A very sad night when we don't see the queen, but I guess in a way, Huatli could be considered a dino queen as well. Hey, no, definitely, Draco, no worries. I know it is late for you, as always, so hey, if you can join even for a little bit, that's fantastic. And Yes, also rest in peace, Queen. Definitely. But yeah, for as long as you can stay, of course, you'll be able to watch the stream as always right after it's done, whenever feels best to you. But yeah, definitely appreciate you starting off at the beginning for however long you can stay. But yeah, going to Huatli. I think you could consider her a Dino Queen. The Dino Queen. The human Dino Queen, I think. So, but technically, we still got a queen. And Deathgorge, starting off with that guy. In the past couple nights, I've started off with Deathgorge, but I really don't like the Izzet Phoenix. Again, it seems like I'm facing Izzet Phoenix at least once a night, but I've been facing a little bit more Greasefang, the deck that looks to cheat out Parhelion 2 on turn 3. It's nasty, you could say. Oh, so anything like that, looking to cheat out cards from the graveyard. Yeah, we're going to bring the pain to various graveyard strategies with Soul Guide Lantern, which, I mean, if they're not doing anything really graveyard related, Soul Guide Lantern technically has cycling for 2. If you don't need to sacrifice it right away, that's fantastic. But you could almost consider Soul Guide Lantern having cycling 2 of any color. That's the way I see it, at least. So it's not too bad. Ripjaw and Shifting Ceratops. I'm just loving the Ripjaw, starting off with that. Shifting. Yeah, just jam those good guys at 4. Of course, like I mentioned, Huatli could potentially ping Ripjaw for some card draw, but having the 3 amigos, almost the full play set of all of them, it is really nice when you can accelerate and get Ripjaw or Shifting Ceratops down on turn 3 and start applying some very, very nice pressure. Mana base wise, I have tweaked that to hopefully have enough sources of red. As you can see in the sideboard here, Blue Bear if you're watching right now or later on, 4 Anger of the Gods. Yes, please. This is going to be good. Very exciting stuff. But again, in the past, Anger of the Gods requiring 2 red, that's been a little bit awkward. So cutting some of the earlier stuff in white certainly has helped. You know, by turn 5, maybe turn 4, playing Huatli, it shouldn't be too bad with 4 Temple Garden and 1 Sunpetal Grove, but also Drover the Mighty, hopefully, fixing mana quite nicely there. And then the sources of red, we have 11, 13. I think that should be enough, especially with Drover of the Mighty. Definitely should be able to cast Anger of the Gods quite a bit more consistently, quite a bit more often, definitely. Rampaging, cut that down to 3. Haven't seen too much life gain, but certainly I'd keep 3 or 4 somewhere in the 75, likely in the sideboard, just due to the fact that there's Huatli here. I really want to take advantage of that life gain from her +2. Yeah, that's going to be a good time. Reckless Rage, again, I did mention Greasefang, various other things that you want to interact with at instant speed. So Reckless Rage, that's going to do the trick. Of course, it's a natural fit with Trapjaw Tyrant, but also Ping and Ripjaw Raptor. It's good stuff, definitely. And to finish things off, we got Trapjaw. 4 of that guy should be pretty good. Hopefully we don't get blown out by massive, crazy creature decks, but Trapjaw Tyrant, that's going to do the trick if we need it. So, I think without further ado, let's save and exit and jump into the first match. Maybe it's going to be that Izzet Phoenix. Hopefully something graveyard related to showcase and bring the pain with all the Soul Guide Lanterns and the Deathgorge Scavengers. I think definitely 8 things that can bring the pain to a graveyard. I think that's pretty good. Should do the trick. Of course, Commune with Dinosaurs could help. Grab a Deathgorge Scavenger if we really need it. Ooh. That could work. Potentially. Turn 1 Commune with Dinosaurs to grab a Marauding Raptor, but I think it's still a little slow. Not that many lands. It could be rough. Hey, there we go. Okay, that's very fantastic. Yeah, Regisaur Alpha. Oh, Draco, you've been loving some of the non-stream stuff, definitely. Glad you appreciate that. I like adding things in, and certainly the Dino review, but yeah, I thought I'd try something different with the post-stream commentary, so I think most nights I might do that, followed by maybe a Dino review, something like that, just a different look at things. Yeah, I'm going to pay the 2 life. I'm just going to get the Soul Guide Lantern down now, use up something for turn 1, since oftentimes there isn't anything. But yeah, definitely happy to hear that you're enjoying the non-stream stuff. Of course, I always want to pepper in different things, but the stream definitely is one of my favorite things. Probably my favorite thing. But it looks like Marauding is maybe dead. Oh, it's not appearing on stream. Oh my goodness, yes. I had actually turned it off to... There we go. Yeah. I'd actually turned it off to get screenshots for the thumbnail for tonight. I'm working on something that would reflect me streaming, showcase me, you know, in the thumbnail of the stream so people know that's what they get, sort of thing. Then working with the live, just kind of holding it, tweaking things there, but probably want to add a dino somewhere in that thumbnail, but I think it would be a better representation. There you go, yes. Yeah, I just turned it off because I actually whipped up that thumbnail probably about 10-20 minutes just before I started tonight. Looks like pretty standard Gruul. Drover definitely would be nice. They don't have anything for... They don't even have 1 red, so certainly it is pretty fantastic that Drover is able to survive. We don't have to worry about them killing Marauding Raptor, then a 2-for-1 because we don't have any dinosaurs, so Drover the Mighty would die if Marauding Raptor died. And it had pinged Drover the Mighty. But Drover here, that might do the trick. I think I would definitely trade with the Voltaic Brawler on Crop and Crop Crasher. I think they're going to probably target Drover the Mighty there. But again, Anger of the Gods coming in for game 2 is just going to be absolutely very, very painful. Interesting. I don't know if... Oh, they do exert it. Well, definitely I'll trade with the Burning Tree Emissary. That's going to be quite fantastic. And reducing the number of bodies, because of course I would expect with a Gruul list, pretty much most Gruul Aggro lists, they got something nasty up their sleeve. By something nasty, I mean Embercleave. Get a nice little bit of pressure in there with Marauding Raptor. Hopefully get another land. Could potentially go double Deathgorge next turn. I would like that. Questing Beast, okay, 100%. Shifting Ceratops, I'm trading with the Questing Beast there. I mean, we might be dead still. You know, they could attack next turn with Voltaic Brawler and Crop Crasher. So things could get pretty rough. Ooh. It's got to be a land, unfortunately. I would like Regisaur Alpha, but only sitting at 3 mana. now. So yeah, it's got to be Rockfall Vale, double Deathgorge. Yeah, see, and speaking of not having a whole lot of non-creatures, Soul Guide Lantern at the very least got another non-creature into the graveyard, which is now saving Deathgorge Scavenger, so we got a lot of nice bodies. Definitely want to take advantage of Marauding Raptor being 6 power there. Hopefully we're not just dead. We don't see an Embercleave. Okay, so it's no Embercleave yet. Perhaps they're setting up for a super dirt cheap Embercleave. Next turn, maybe. Deathgorge, one of the Deathgorge. Oh, okay. I was thinking one of the Deathgorge would kill somebody, but they did not attack. So, certainly, Shifting Ceratops, another fantastic body. And do I want to attack with everybody? If they have Embercleave, that could just be it, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm attacking with them all. Go big, go home. Go aggressive, as they say. It is lethal, so they will have to kill at least... We will be killing at least one thing. Would be nice taking out the Crop Crasher. Maybe they block one more thing. I don't feel they'd want to go down to 3 with Drover of the Mighty and Deathgorge there. Boy, here goes nothing. Definitely Shifting Ceratops is going to help, but if they do have that Embercleave, that could be nasty. Okay. Oh. Phew. That was lucky. I think we got him. Definitely with Lair of the Hydra there, I think, yeah, it's good. It's looking good. Not too worried about the Scavenging Ooze going up to 3. Won't be able to go up any further. Llanowar Elves did just come into play, so yeah, everything else will at least be able to trade with the Ooze. Certainly the Crasher. Ooh, more lands, good stuff. More lands means a bigger Lair of the Hydra. Non-creature? Nah. Alright, let's see what they do with that. Everything dies. They have to, or else they're dead. They can't let 2 bodies through, which is quite nice. Alright. I think we got him. Bam. Done. Starting off strong against Gruul Aggro. So it's nice. We took the game from him, definitely. Anger of the Gods, Reckless Rage. Certainly. Hey, nice. Nice is right. Not a whole lot of graveyard things going on. Certainly mostly creatures, so Deathgorge, again, could be quite awkward. Soul Guide Lantern as well, yeah. That looks pretty good. Nah, I'm going to cut Huatli. Get 3 Trapjaws. Ferocodon, I was wondering about that. He does die to Anger of the Gods, unfortunately, and if we get him early, want to play a bunch more creatures, it could negatively affect us. Sometimes they can be pretty sneaky, pretty nasty, getting with that aggression, the Embercleave, which I imagine is here at some point in some amount. But being on the draw, actually, I'm going to cut 1 Commune, bring in another Trapjaw. Sometimes when I'm on the draw, I cut a couple Communes, sometimes all of the Communes, but yeah, I don't want to take any more damage against a deck like this, I think. But sometimes it can, Rampaging can do the trick. If it goes to game 3, oh, wow. Okay, well, that's exactly what I'd be wanting to see. 2 sources of red, Marauding, Drover, Reckless Rage, Anger, oh, and we're getting spoiled here, folks. My goodness. Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but Anger of the Gods is, yeah, that is good. Haste, good. I was worried they would put that counter on Gruul Spellbreaker, so fortunately that was not the case. Now, I'm wondering, Drover the Mighty, if I want to, I probably want to go Anger of the Gods next turn. I'll go Drover the Mighty, see if it gets some sort of answer, removal, nasty thing, but just because I have a second Drover in hand. Could be nice, Drover blocking something big, hasty. Pelt Collector, okay. Alright, okay, good. Stopped taking 3 damage, so that was quite nice. And smoke them. Alright. Oh, this is going to be nasty. You said it and you saw it right there. My goodness. That worked out big time. But Commune with Dinosaurs to grab a land for the turn. Luckily, it coming into play untapped. I'll just go Marauding Raptor. And I was thinking Reckless Rage. I'm gonna take the turn off. I'll stay positive. Hope. Okay, good. I was worried they would kill Drover the Mighty there, so nice setting up a little bit. Questing Beast is, that is not nice, to say the least. Yeah, I'll just get trading with the Brawler there, and then of course, next turn we're just going to kill the Beast. I'm wondering if they may draw Embercleave next turn. Of course, nah, I'm just going to kill it. Let's not waste any time. Oh, I mean, I'm a little sad seeing all these Otepic Huntmasters. That's a little unfortunate. Hey, something else. Good stuff. Lair of the Hydra would be pretty fantastic right about now, but still swinging with Marauding. Could be something pretty nasty, hopefully next turn. We'll have to watch out for that Den of the Bugbear, though. I was wondering if they would go with the Den of the Bugbear. Yeah, I'm just gonna trade with it. Definitely having at least one Marauding in, of course, double Marauding sometimes can lock you out of various things, unfortunately. I'll maybe save Reckless Rage just in case they get something nasty next turn. They could get that Questing Beast, of course, which, I mean, that's going to be lovely. Potentially taking it out with Reckless Rage here. Ho, ho, ho. I am happy I saved the Reckless Rage. Yes, please. Alright, just kill it. Reckless Rage is the all-star tonight. Yeah, I called it. You said it, but I really would like something. It's getting pretty rough. Ripjaw Raptor would have been quite fantastic. Might be it with Ramanap Ruins, though. Yeah, I've got to block the Pelt Collector, unfortunately. Ooh, well. That is going to do it. That was close. My goodness, it was nasty, but all those Otepic Huntmasters, that was painful. I think I'm just going to cut them. Yeah. That feels pretty good. You mentioned Rampaging Ferocidon, so let's bring her in. One Huatli. Okay. Yeah, Trapjaw Tyrant, that would have been pretty fantastic there, but we got Anger of the Gods still to continue to bring the pain. Hopefully we see that same pain, maybe a little bit less Otepic Huntmasters. That's how it goes, though. Yes, good against the Den. Certainly. Now that I think about it, that is a pretty good reason to chip away if they have something that's using Den of the Bugbear whenever they make that token pinging for a little bit extra damage. Could do the trick. It would be pretty funny if they were down to 1, let's say. To go Den of the Bugbear, make the token, and kill themselves, forgetting about that interaction with Rampaging Ferocidon. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. But they really got to think about it. I was hoping we'd be able to take that game from them just because of Reckless Rage, Anger of the Gods, but now, unfortunately, we lost, and they have the information that we're running something like Anger and Reckless Rage. So a lot of things are going to die. They got close there. That was rough. They're really thinking about what to sideboard because, yeah, pretty much all their stuff dies, especially when we're able to take out something like Questing Beast there for a single red. It is fantastic. Ooh, I kind of like the looks of that. Yeah, I can work with that. We got plenty of lands. Turn 1, Commune with Dinosaurs off of Temple Garden. Hopefully grabbing that Marauding Raptor. Seeing 1 mulligan, that's feeling pretty good, but it's a pretty low curve with this Gruul Aggro. They do have the Questing Beast there, though. But still, they can make few lands work. They do have Leonor Elves turn 1 potentially to really help accelerate things. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking the Streets of New Capenna with that Vanishino. That's what I used to call it when I first started out. They've got all kinds of stuff. Maybe even more creature types than Ikoria, and that's saying something. But a lot of really, really sweet stuff. I think we'll probably see our plant dinosaur this week, I would imagine. Sometime this week coming up. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. At least got Ripjaw Raptor, the fantastic headache guy for a deck like this. good old Abrade. All right. Well, they haven't won quite yet. Ripjaw could deter some aggression quite nicely. Hopefully we don't go down too low and I can still go Trapjaw Tyrant next turn. That would really, really be painful for him. Or maybe just Anger of the Gods coming up. They could have Embercleave, potentially, if they wanted to swing with everything. Yeah, I'm definitely hoping it's not a throwaway common, but there was Drowsing Pteranodon. I believe that's what it's called. Drowsing Pteranodon, yeah, as a common, and that's almost to the level of Colossal Dreadmaw, which is fantastic, lovely stuff. Alrighty. That's a tough question. I don't think I can take the 2 damage from being shocked by Temple Garden, so we'll just get that tapped, get the shifting down, and hope those bodies do the trick. I think they will. Ooh, they got the Embercleave. Okay. Must have the Embercleave. Oh, they do. Well, that's how it goes. Embercleave. Yes, I know, but Drowsing Pteranodon gets there. Eventually. But yeah, that is how it goes sometimes. Embercleave does the trick. Painful stuff. Definitely would have loved the Reckless Rage there to target whoever they targeted with the Embercleave, of course. But, yeah. Darn is right. Not really unhappy about that. It was certainly could have gone anyway. Definitely. Perhaps could have mulliganed a little bit more aggressively for Anger of the Gods there, but yeah. Drowsing Pteranodon. Yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe it's like number 2 to Colossal Dreadmaw. Ooh, that's not quite gonna do it. That, oh, no, that's also bad. Huh. Okay, we got something we can use. Definitely, it's got to be, I think, the 2 costliest things, unfortunately. Sunpetal Grove has to be turn 1, so we go Mountain turn 2, able to play Hunt Master, and then Rockfall Vale turn 3, hopefully being able to play Ripjaw Raptor, but it's looking like Azorius Artifact Infinity. I played this match, I think, once, maybe twice today. Played against it, and it's pretty rough. Oh, and I just realized I got a notification on Reddit just now. It's my cake day. 5 years. Oh. What the heck do they have going on? Oh, it's Greasefang. So, we're dead. Huh. I did not expect Greasefang. Seeing the Hengegate pathway... Well, let's look at that. I'm sure most of us have faced this before, but... Yeah. So it's Esper Greasefang. Surprise Greasefang, you said it. I mean, I figured it was just Azorius artifacts with the Esper Sentinel there. Certainly makes sense, but then they got the Greasefang. So they're getting with... well, I can't see the cards there, unfortunately. If I could... Yeah. Alright. I know what to do against Greasefang. It's going to be a good time. Trapjaw Tyrant potentially, but it's just so fast, so nasty. Ouch. Can be very, very painful. Huatli, cut her, and... maybe one Hunt Master. Alright. We got 4 Soul Guide Lantern, 4 Deathgorge Scavenger, 4 Reckless Rage to... hopefully, should be able to bring the pain to this Greasefang deck. Definitely. It's going to be rough. Oh, there we go. 100%. That's good. I think we definitely got him. A very good chance. Probably won't play Soul Guide Lantern turn 1. Want to at least make use of whenever it enters the battlefield, we can exile target card. Of course, probably exiling the Parhelion 2, saving the sacrifice to exile their graveyard for a later turn. That's got to be, yeah, Stomping Ground. Turn 1 Commune. Could have actually gone Lair of the Hydra there, but passing up on the Reckless Rage. It's not too bad. Rockfall Vale. Yeah, Rockfall Vale. Oh, you do see my stuff on Reddit quite often. Good stuff. Yes, I do try somewhat to keep the MTG Dino subreddit alive as much as possible. Post some videos, some memes. Of course, the other moderator there, RWT, and a bunch of numbers. He does some pretty fantastic stuff, but yeah, it's usually a good time. Looks like they may have potentially brought in some removal for something like Otepec Hunt Master here. Seeing it, they didn't really see a whole lot of what we did because we only got Otepec Hunt Master that first game. Not too bad, you know. We still got Soul Guide Lantern. Oh, and a Ripjaw. Okay, so yeah, I'll take the turn off for Stomping Ground. Marauding. Next turn, playing the 4th land, would be able to play Soul Guide Lantern for 1, plus Ripjaw Raptor for 3. Okay. See if they have a counter spell for Ripjaw here. They don't. No, well, I mean, when you have 3 Soul Guide Lantern, 100%. That's what I want to be doing. So maybe, well, they didn't save a counter spell for it, or they didn't have a counter spell for Soul Guide. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Okay. Try and get a little bit of value with Marauding Raptor here. Sitting on 3 Soul Guides though. Good stuff. Maybe they have a couple Parhelions, so they'll discard 1 Parhelion into the graveyard, hoping to get us to pop Soul Guide Lantern, and then maybe at a later turn get a second Parhelion 2 into the graveyard. Of course, we're going to cover that quite nicely with 2 more Soul Guide. I think we've pretty much gimped them. Certainly seems to be the way when a deck revolves so heavily around one thing like that. But this Esper Greasefang seems to have some nice graveyard synergy stuff going on, so it's not completely focused on the Greasefang there. Yeah, just gonna swing with a bigger Lair of the Hydra. I like the looks of that. 2, 3, yes. Righty. Lair of the Hydra, safe as always from whatever removal they may have had, so if all goes well next turn, well, hopefully they don't kill both, both Marauding Raptor and... Okay. Well, they had to do something. Alright, they paid 1 white to force us to exile. Actually, I am going to still make it 3. Just in case. Just because I want to have 1 left over for Soul Guide Lantern here. Alrighty. Lair of the Hydra coming in strong. I am glad, pretty happy I remembered to add that into the list. I'm going to hold off on making Lair of the Hydra. I feel they got some shenanigans up their sleeve. Something like March of Otherworldly Light. 1 white would exile Lair of the Hydra because when it's a creature it doesn't have any mana cost. Poor opponent, 3 lanterns, yes. Well, I'll sacrifice it to draw a card because I got a 3rd one in hand, so a body I can use. Good stuff. Commune. Let's see if they do anything to Shifting Ceratops. They could have Settle the Wreckage. See if that draws it out. Wandering Emperor. Okay. That's rough. It's a little painful, unfortunately.
You're ready to lose.
So that's what they were hoping we were going to do. Make a big Lair of the Hydra, swing with it. They were going to flash in the Wandering Emperor, but I decided to hold off on Lair of the Hydra. So hopefully that does the trick here. Definitely Commune. Hopefully it gets something quite nice. Regisaur Alpha 100%. Lantern number 3. Let's go. Yeah, I think it could be... Greasefang could be a side plan in this now that I think about it. Yeah, that does make sense. Seems like a pretty decent side plan, of course. I mean, they got Greasefang out on turn 3, the first game there, so that's a good side plan if it is a side plan. A nice addition to Esper control, certainly. Not too bad.
I'm never done for good. We must protect the people.
All right, Commune, get us another good thing. Good buddy. See if they have a counterspell. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. All right. They could also have nasty Wrath coming up next turn, unfortunately. Exiling things. Maybe they're mostly casting Faithful Mending to gain that 2 life. Of course, seeing that we have the Soul Guide Lantern here, we'll pop that and get rid of any Parhelion 2s, that sort of thing. So, seems like they're mainly casting it for that 2 life, I would imagine. Okay. Discarding Parhelion. Yeah. Now they may have another Greasefang in hand. I will just put a stop right there, just so it doesn't pass to the combat phase and they unfortunately get Parhelion out. Just so I don't miss my opportunity to pop Soul Guide Lantern and exile their graveyard. Wrath of God. That is not going to do it for you. Bam. Got him. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but we got it done. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Keep things as is. Hope for A. A is right. Hope for just as many Soul Guide Lanterns, you know, Deathgorge, the Reckless Rage to kill Greasefang there. But that was a headache. It was the right kind of headache for the opponent. Didn't have to worry really at all about that Wrath of God because we had the fantastic Lair of the Hydra, which some of you guys have mentioned in the past, upping Lair of the Hydra to at least 2 copies. I only have 1 copy at the moment, but I could see myself upping it to 2. It's just been fantastic in numerous occasions. Yeah, turn 1, Lair, Lantern, Dunzo, hopefully. I'm just glad this extra Graveyard Hate is paying off. Ooh. It's got to be at least a red source eventually for Otepec Huntmaster there. But since I don't have something I can give haste with Otepec Huntmaster next turn, been playing Magic 2004? I paused for 5 or 6 years in between there, but I think since a little after 8th edition. Basically, I've been playing since the release of the original Kamigawa. Yeah, so that was a long time ago. My goodness. 15 years, if you want to count the couple year break in the middle there. Oh, another Soul Guide. This is good. Alright, Drover the Mighty, 1 damage. Pingin'. Yeah. I may have told the story on the stream here, but I'll tell it again just in case. I opened up a pack of 8th edition when it had just mostly come out, and I opened a Birds of Paradise. For anybody that doesn't know, it's 1 and a green for a 0/1 flying. Taps for 1 mana of any color. Of course, that is fantastic. It's been an all-star. It's been in the very first set from the very beginning of Magic. It's a fantastic card, but being that I was new, I thought, oh, 1 green, a 0/1, it doesn't have any attack. All it gives me is 1 mana of any color. That sucks. This card is the worst. And I still have that exact Birds of Paradise somewhere in my collection. Not sure where exactly, but yeah, pretty sweet stuff. What else was nice back then? I was playing Snake Tribal, for anybody that doesn't know. Seshiro the Anointed, it wasn't very good, but yes, opening up that Birds. I learned later on how sweet that was. Oh, we got him. Yeah, alright. Since Ixalan, hey, that's good. That's good. I mean, Ixalan is what really brought me back. Definitely. Feathered Dinos, yes. And then you find my channel, which that's fantastic stuff. I'm certainly happy you did. Paleo Nerd, definitely. Oh, we'll have to see how that plant dino from Streets of New Capenna looks. It's going to be pretty interesting. Hopefully, the plant dino looks more like a dino, less like a plant. Hopefully, the teeth look kind of menacing and whatnot. Maybe the teeth will be leaves. Maybe it'll just be kind of flares of leaves. It won't be entirely made out of a plant, or it might not look like it's exactly made out of a plant, but that's not going to work. It's also kind of rough. I mean, of course, it would be nice to play Marauding Raptor. I'm going to keep it, though. Just due to the fact that got Soul Guide Lantern to help against various things, and being on the draw, there is 2 chances to get something that... 2 chances to get a red source, so that's what I was saying. But it's looking like a nasty human, so that may not be good for us. Yeah, I could see that. Ouch. Well, that's painful. Anger of the Gods would be quite nice, but It's not meant to be. Oh, well, gotta be Soul Guide. But that might just be it. That's fantastic aggression from Thalia. Tajik. That does the trick. Ooh, yeah. Anger of the Gods, 100%. Game 2, that is going to be, hopefully, quite helpful. Of course, Anger, if they do have a Tajik here, preventing all non-combat damage to all the humans, we'll have to focus and try to take out Tajik if at all possible. Ripjaw Raptor, definitely that's going to be very fantastic. Another Soul Guide is not what I want. Yeah, that's just going to do it, unfortunately. That's how it goes sometimes. Fantastic aggression from the humans there. But Anger of the Gods, Reckless Rage. Trapjaw. Yeah, I want Trapjaw. Alright. Let's see. Soul Guide, yeah, I don't need that. So I'll bring in something bigger, nicer. Maybe just 3 Trapjaw. Yeah, I want to bring back Shifting. Alrighty. Here goes nothing. Anger of the Gods, 100%. Let's hope for that. A mixture of Reckless Rage and Anger of the Gods. Ooh. That's kind of iffy. I don't know. Pretty awkward. You're off for now, alright? Hopefully you get some good sleep. Thanks for staying up as late as you have. Definitely. Yes, good luck. I am going to need it. It is pretty nice taking down Greasefang. Yep. That was good. That was good. Oh, lots of mulligans from the opponent. Very aggressive mulligans. Definitely Rootbound Crag first, just in case I don't end up getting a mountain or a forest by... Oh, okay, that is... Oh, I was worried. That was not going to be good. Oh. Okay, so things are still looking pretty good. At the very least, there is Rockfall Vale, Anger of the Gods. Hopefully, I don't have to use Anger of the Gods. Excuse me. Too soon, but, I mean, drawing that Ripjaw, 100%. That's what I want to be doing. So, that's nice. Whenever having to go Anger of the Gods, going to be drawing a card. Brutal Cathar. That is brutal. But, we're going to be killing that guy. Yeah, I think it's got to be Otepic Huntmaster. Little unfortunate I can't pressure the Brutal Cathar there. Maybe they cast another one to, thankfully, save more of our creatures. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, I definitely have to take this damage. Oh, no, I can block the token. Got to take the 2, preserve the possibility. Oh, more lands. It is tapped, unfortunately, but definitely 100% Trapjaw Tyrant. That's going to do the trick. So just cross my fingers they don't have another Brutal Cathar. Ooh. Ouch, that's painful. But we got something up our sleeves. Yes, indeed. Alright, good stuff. That worked out pretty well. They'll probably name Anger of the Gods, I imagine. Or maybe Trapjaw Tyrant. Polyraptor. Who they think we're doing that cheese tonight? Tonight is not the night for Polyraptor. Good. They named something completely useless. Yeah, I'm just gonna Reckless Rage. General's Enforcer. Lovely stuff. Don't have to worry about that guy anymore. And I still get to go Regisaur Alpha. Oh, this is... Bam. I think that should probably lock things up. Maybe they have a Wrath or something, which that would do the trick. Alright. Anger it is. Bam. Got him. Alright. That worked out beautifully. But... yeah, pretty much just have to hope for a nice mixture of Anger of the Gods and Reckless Rage to keep the nasty humans down. They got a lot of cheap stuff, and they can certainly make things happen pretty quick. That Meddling Mage is... well, it was a dud. Since they named Polyraptor, they just assumed... Dinosaurs. What's the nastiest thing? Potentially it can be Polyraptor, but yeah. It was good they whiffed on that. 2 lands. Oh, that's pretty good. Definitely being on the draw should be pretty comfortable to cast Ripjaw. Hopefully on turn 3 there. Non-creature, non-land. Is it going to be Anger? Is it going to be Reckless Rage? That's, yeah, Anger. That was so painful for him. Oh, there we go. So, hopefully, next turn, Huntmaster has survived, and I can go Marauding Raptor followed by Ripjaw. Oh, yes, please. Oh, no, that messed me up. Why would you do that? Well, we could still make it work. Drover. Yeah, so the auto tapper there, it was unfortunate. I was hoping that they would, or that it would use the mountain that I had, and then I would be left with Rootbound Crag and Secluded Courtyard there to go Ripjaw, but I'll still kill something with Reckless Rage here. Alrighty, Ripjaw, get something good. Maybe another Anger, another Reckless Rage would be quite fantastic. Alright, maximum damage as much as possible. We're stumbling a little bit in the land department, so it feels like we're in a pretty good position. Oh, we got him. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, Commune. What can you get? Nothing much. Right, Commune, what can you get? Oh, some interesting stuff. Okay. Trapjaw. Yes. Probably didn't need to play Trapjaw, but I just love that animation. I know you guys enjoy seeing that animation, so oh, that was good. That was good. Bringing the pain to humans is... well, they're very nasty, you saw there. All those fantastic little creatures they can... just dump right out. Definitely, though, it's been pretty good tonight. Much better. Very good with that graveyard hate. I can fit in one more match, yeah. Let's do one more match. Ooh. Well, I'm seeing Jingatha, so I don't think it's anything super graveyard related. So yeah, definitely I want to look for... Oh, nah. It's a little rough. Okay, definitely much, much better. So hopefully Marauding survives. We get to go Ripjaw Raptor turn 3. Keep the party going. Maybe it's not Niv Mizzet. No, it's probably Niv Mizzet. Oh, yeah, it's Niv Mizzet. Oh, Huntmaster, though. Hopefully they don't kill it for 1. Good, they're going a little bit slower. Didn't see that turn 2 territorial Kavu. For anybody that doesn't know, it gets plus... Its power and toughness are equal to the different types of lands you control, so if you play a Triome, turn 1, and then you play the other 2 land types from some dual land on the second turn, you could potentially be playing that territorial Kavu for 2, and it's a 5/5, because you got 5 different types of lands. Yes, nice is right. They said it. Again, making the most use of Marauding Raptor here with that temporary buff. Both Marauding and Ripjaw at 4 power, but since Marauding is temporary, usually that's the one I like to give haste the most to. Most often. We got our benefit from Marauding Raptor. Oh, and we lost Ripjaw. Ouch. But that is to be expected against a fantastic deck like this. Another Marauding, I like the looks of that. Could be... Well, if they don't sweep us here. Hopefully they don't sweep us. Okay, we're still left with shifting. That's good. Yeah, Ripjaw. Might switch things up just because I'm seeing Deafening Clarion there. That certainly can slow things down. So perhaps could cut one of the 3... Oh, okay, we got her done. All right, 5 Color Niv Mizzet. For anybody that doesn't know, it's just jams all the best spells in various color combinations. All the best spells in various colors. And it does the trick sometimes. Nasty, nasty potential coming out from this deck, but like I mentioned, cutting, I think Otepic Huntmaster, again, not really anything graveyard related, so Deathgorge and the Lantern. I could see Trapjaw being pretty nice. Exiling Niv Mizzet, the territorial Kavu that I mentioned, gets pretty big based on the amount of land types that you have out. Reckless Rage may not kill the territorial Kavu because oftentimes it does grow past 4 toughness at 5 pretty quickly. Anger, nothing really needed for that. So rampaging it is, and a single Deathgorge. Yeah. Could have maybe upped the Deathgorge Scavengers at the very least. They do have quite a few non-creature things. Lots of nasty kill spells, multicolored kill spells. Ooh. I think I can work with that. It's a little awkward having 2 check lands to start off with. Again, hopefully drawing something. It's got to be Rootbound Crag at the very least, though. Hopefully we're able to go Marauding turn 2. Oh, phew, my goodness. Alright. Marauding could be dying. Yes, to be expected. Lightning Helix. Fantastic removal. Alright, we got 4 lands. At the very least, we're going Ripjaw, we're going Shifting. Potentially Huatli, Warrior Poet. I would like to see her at least once tonight. doing her stuff, making tokens, recovering from the nasty board wipes. I'll go Ripjaw. Just mostly based off the fact that both Ripjaw and Shifting, they can't get haste. Of course, Ripjaw can't get haste, but if I have 5 lands, I like to cast Shifting Ceratops because I do have that opportunity to give it haste with the extra mana. But seeing Regisaur Alpha at 5, that might be the thing I do. Oh, speaking of, there we go. Territorial Kavu. 2 for a 5/5. Nasty stuff, but we're going to be doing some more nasty stuff. Yeah, I like Huatli.
This is about to get interesting.
I'll just gain a bunch of life. And then I will just attack with Rampage. I actually did forget about the fact that I can't gain life. Oops. Well, that sucks. Huh. I even mentioned at the start tonight that I gotta watch out for that interaction, not being able to gain life. I mean, of course, put 2 loyalty counters on the Planeswalker there. Gonna be nice paralyzing a bunch of creatures, although something like 5C Niv Mizzet doesn't have a whole lot of creatures. Yeah, I think I'll definitely trade with this Kavu here. Going to be drawing a second card when we kill it, so that's going to be quite nice. Yeah, that's good. Got 5 lands, we got Regisaur Alpha, and Huatli next turn making that dinosaur token. Oh, yeah, definitely. Actually, yeah, pay the 2 life. Get the Hunt Master down, so with 6 lands, Hunt Master for 2, Regisaur for 4. Make the token. Bam! Look! Oh, that little glittering effect whenever she makes a token there. I guess I could have paused a little bit, but that was pretty sweet. Deafening Clarion, as always, is very painful. Yes. And that is game, I believe.
Come, sing the song of fame.
Oh, almost. That was close. Holy cow. Solar Blaze, definitely. That does the trick. Now, hopefully, they don't have something to deal with Shifting Ceratops. Hasty. Man, highlighting Huatli, Warrior Poet there. You saw it. Fantastic. For 0, we get a 3/3 trample haste with Regisaur Alpha out. I liked it. I liked that a lot. I was worried we wouldn't see Huatli Warrior Poet at all, but to finish things off, to see her, to take down 5 Color Niv Mizzet in 2, which oftentimes is pretty painful. We do have a lot of dinosaurs, a lot of creatures that survive Deafening Clarion, but all their nasty removal, that's rough. Wow. I'm glad I played that last match here. My goodness. That was good. Huh. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it there. I might tweak my thumbnail, my new thumbnail I used for the stream tonight, but thanks everyone for watching right now or later on, whenever that is. Remember, there is always room for improvement. It was pretty good tonight, though. I had a good time. Definitely loving that Huatli, to say the least, and lots of that graveyard hate seems to do the trick. Probably a lot of graveyard hate seems to be the way to go. Probably just standard, something that should always be in. Extra, above and beyond the 4 Deathgorge Scavenger there. Certainly Soul Guide Lantern brought the pain against Esper Greasefang control, I guess you could call it. But yes, that was a good time. All right, I'll see you guys later. Probably tomorrow night, I would imagine, as always. Okay, have a good one.